Imagine standing in the middle of the Sahara Desert, hundreds of miles from civilization, watching the sun dip below endless dunes, and then walking just a few steps into a fully equipped luxury apartment on wheels that can conquer terrain even a tank would think twice about. This isn't science fiction. This is the Toyota 2026 Thunderbone, and it's about to redefine everything you thought you knew about what a motorhome could be. Welcome to GearTales, where today we're diving into the most insane, most capable, and frankly, most audacious motorhome ever conceived by human imagination. Let's start with what makes this beast so extraordinary, and trust me, the numbers alone will make your jaw drop. The Thunderbone isn't just a motorhome with off-road capability. It's not even an off-road vehicle with living quarters. This is a 12-wheel, 6-axle monster that Toyota engineered using technology borrowed from military transport vehicles and Antarctic exploration machines. When Toyota's engineers sat down to design this machine, they apparently asked themselves one simple question: what if we stopped compromising altogether? What if we built something that could literally go anywhere on Earth while providing 5-star hotel comfort? The answer sits before us, measuring over 40 feet in length and standing nearly 13 feet tall, rolling on 12 massive all-terrain tires that each cost more than most people's entire cars. The engineering behind the Thunderbone's 12-wheel configuration is nothing short of brilliant. Unlike traditional motorhomes that struggle with weight distribution and often get stuck in moderately challenging terrain, this machine distributes its substantial weight across 6 axles. Each pair of wheels can articulate independently, meaning that while one set is climbing over a boulder, another set is descending into a valley, and yet another is traversing flat ground. The sophisticated suspension system constantly adjusts, keeping the living quarters remarkably level, even when the chassis is twisted into shapes that would tear a normal vehicle apart. Toyota's engineers developed a hydraulic leveling system so advanced that you could be parked on a 30-degree slope, and inside, your coffee cup would sit perfectly still on the table. It's the kind of technology that makes you wonder what else is possible when a major automotive manufacturer decides to throw caution to the wind and just build something incredible. Under the hood, or more accurately, under the driver's compartment, sits a power plant that's equally impressive. Toyota equipped the Thunderbone with a turbocharged diesel engine producing over 600 horsepower and an almost incomprehensible amount of torque. We're talking about the kind of pulling power that allows this multi-ton behemoth to climb 45-degree inclines without breaking a sweat. The transmission is a heavy-duty 12-speed automatic specifically calibrated for extreme conditions, whether you're crawling over rocks at 2 miles per hour or cruising down a highway at 70. But here's where it gets really interesting. Toyota didn't just focus on raw power. They engineered this machine for efficiency and range. With a fuel capacity of over 200 gallons and a supplementary diesel tank for the onboard generator, the Thunderbone can theoretically travel over 1,500 miles without refueling. Add in the massive solar panel array on the roof, capable of generating enough electricity to power the entire living quarters independently, and you've got a motorhome that can truly disappear off the grid for weeks or even months at a time.
Now, let's talk about what it's like to actually live inside this engineering marvel, because this is where the Thunderbone transitions from impressive to absolutely mind-blowing. Step through the electrically operated entry door and you're immediately struck by how Toyota managed to combine rugged capability with genuine luxury. The interior stretches across nearly 300 square feet of living space, designed with the same attention to detail you'd find in a high-end yacht. The main living area features panoramic windows that can be electronically tinted for privacy or climate control, giving you unobstructed views of whatever wilderness you've conquered to reach your camping spot. The furniture isn't just bolted-down camping gear. These are custom-designed pieces that can transform and reconfigure depending on your needs. The dinette converts into a workspace, a dining area for 6, or an additional sleeping area. Storage compartments are cleverly hidden throughout, utilizing every cubic inch of space with the efficiency that Toyota is famous for. The galley kitchen would make most apartment dwellers jealous. You've got a full-size refrigerator and freezer, a 4-burner induction cooktop, a convection microwave, and even a small wine cooler. The countertops are solid surface material, resistant to heat and scratches, and there's more prep space than you'd find in many residential kitchens. But here's the clever part. Everything is designed to function whether you're plugged into shore power, running off the generator, or operating entirely on solar and battery power. The induction cooktop draws less energy than traditional electric or gas. The refrigerator is an ultra-efficient compressor model that can run for days on battery alone. And the water system includes a sophisticated filtration setup that can purify water from almost any source. You could literally pull water from a stream and minutes later be cooking pasta with it or making coffee.
The bathroom deserves its own discussion because Toyota somehow managed to fit a full wet bath into this mobile fortress. We're not talking about a cramped shower stall where you can barely turn around. This is a legitimate bathroom with a porcelain toilet, a vanity with running water, heated floors, and a shower that's actually large enough for a full-grown adult to use comfortably. The water heating system is hybrid, running off either electricity or diesel, and can provide endless hot water even in sub-zero temperatures. There's even a small washing machine and dryer combo unit, meaning you can do laundry in the middle of the Gobi Desert if the mood strikes you. The sleeping quarters in the Thunderbone are equally impressive. The master bedroom occupies the rear section of the motorhome, featuring a genuine queen-size bed, not one of those cramped RV beds that requires you to sleep diagonally. The mattress is a high-end memory foam setup with adjustable firmness settings. Storage compartments line the walls, and there's even a small entertainment center with a flat-screen TV that arises from a cabinet at the foot of the bed. But the real magic happens with the secondary sleeping area. Toyota installed an electric lift bed system in the overhead compartment that can sleep 2 additional people comfortably. When not in use, it retracts completely into the ceiling, giving you full headroom throughout the cabin. It's the kind of thoughtful engineering that separates a truly great design from just another oversized RV. The technology integrated into the Thunderbone reads like a wish list from every overlander and adventure traveler on the planet. The command center in the driver's area features multiple displays showing everything from tire pressure and axle articulation to water tank levels and solar panel output. There's a satellite communication system for staying connected literally anywhere on Earth, a weather station with radar display, and even a drone docking station with an automated launch and recovery system. Yes, you read that right. This motorhome has a built-in drone system for scouting terrain ahead or capturing aerial footage of your adventures. The exterior is ringed with LED lighting that can illuminate your campsite like a football stadium or provide subtle accent lighting for evening relaxation. There are external water hookups for showering outside and even a pull-out awning system that extends over 20 feet to create a shaded outdoor living area. Safety and self-sufficiency were clearly paramount in the Thunderbone's design. The chassis is built from high-strength steel with reinforced mounting points that can handle recovery winches, additional fuel tanks, or whatever expedition gear you might need. Speaking of winches, there's a 40,000-pound capacity winch mounted in the front bumper, capable of pulling the entire rig out of situations where even the 12-wheel drive system can't manage. The fuel system includes redundant pumps and filters because the last thing you want is a fuel system failure 300 miles from the nearest town. The electrical system is similarly robust, with multiple battery banks totaling over 1,000 amp-hours of lithium storage, enough to run everything in the motorhome for several days without any charging input whatsoever. Toyota also thought about the realities of extreme adventure travel. The Thunderbone includes a comprehensive toolkit, air compressor for adjusting tire pressure on different terrain, a full-size spare tire, and even a small machine shop area with a workbench and basic fabrication tools.
The exterior storage bays are massive and weatherproof, capable of carrying everything from kayaks and mountain bikes to portable generators and emergency supplies. One compartment is specifically designed as a gear garage with tie-down points and a fold-down ramp, perfect for motorcycles, ATVs, or whatever adventure toys you want to bring along. The off-road capability of this machine is truly in a class by itself. The approach and departure angles would make a Jeep Wrangler jealous. Ground clearance is nearly 2 feet, and the breakover angle means you can drive over obstacles that would high-center virtually any other motorhome on the market. The tire selection is equally hardcore, massive all-terrain rubber that can handle everything from highway driving to rock crawling to sand dunes to snow and ice. The traction control system works across all 12 wheels, constantly monitoring and adjusting power delivery to ensure maximum grip regardless of conditions. There's even a central tire inflation system that allows you to adjust the air pressure in all 12 tires from inside the cabin, letting you air down for sand or soft terrain and air back up for highway driving without ever stepping outside.
What makes the Thunderbone particularly special is how Toyota managed to integrate all this capability without making it intimidating to drive. The turning radius, while certainly not compact car territory, is remarkably tight for a vehicle of this size, thanks to the articulated steering system. The driver's seat offers commanding views in all directions, with cameras providing a 360-degree view around the vehicle. Parking sensors and proximity alerts help navigate tight spaces, and there's even an auto-leveling system that deploys hydraulic jacks at the touch of a button when you reach your campsite. The ride quality, thanks to that sophisticated air suspension system, is remarkably smooth considering you're piloting a 12-wheeled off-road palace. Highway cruising is quiet and stable, with minimal wind noise despite the boxy shape. Off-road, the suspension soaks up impacts that would rattle your teeth loose in a normal vehicle. Let's talk about what this machine means in practical terms. Imagine planning a trip from Alaska to Tierra del Fuego, driving the entire Pan-American highway in complete luxury and comfort. Imagine exploring the Australian outback, camping in places that tour buses in traditional RVs could never dream of reaching. Imagine crossing Mongolia, or traversing the Sahara, or camping on the beaches of remote Pacific islands, all while having access to hot showers, comfortable beds, and gourmet meals prepared in your own kitchen. The Thunderbone makes all of this not just possible, but genuinely enjoyable. This is the kind of vehicle that opens up the entire planet as your potential backyard. No longer are you limited to established campgrounds and paved roads. If you can see it on the horizon, the Thunderbone can probably get you there. Of course, we need to address the elephant in the room, or perhaps more accurately, the enormous motorhome in the garage. A machine like this doesn't come cheap. While Toyota hasn't released official pricing, industry analysts estimate the Thunderbone would likely command somewhere in the neighborhood of $1.5 to $2 million. That's supercar money. That's luxury yacht money. That's multiple high-end traditional motorhomes money. But here's the thing. For the right buyer, someone who values ultimate capability and uncompromising design, someone who wants to explore the planet without limitations, the Thunderbone might actually represent decent value. Consider that you're getting military-grade engineering, luxury accommodations, and capabilities that literally no other motorhome on Earth can match. You're buying freedom in its purest form, the ability to go anywhere and do anything without compromise or limitation. The target market for something like the Thunderbone is admittedly small. These aren't going to be flying off dealer lots by the thousands, but that's not the point. The point is that Toyota, a company known for reliable but conservative vehicles, decided to build something absolutely outrageous. They proved that when you combine serious engineering resources with an unlimited imagination, you can create something that pushes the boundaries of what's possible. The Thunderbone isn't just a motorhome, it's a statement. It's Toyota saying that they can compete in the ultra-luxury, ultra-capable, ultra-exclusive market segment. It's a halo vehicle that makes everything else in their lineup look more exciting by association.
Beyond the impressive specifications and luxury amenities, what the Thunderbone really represents is the evolution of adventure travel itself. We're living in an era where people are increasingly valuing experiences over possessions, where the journey matters more than the destination, where the ability to disconnect from civilization and reconnect with nature is becoming a luxury in itself. The Thunderbone is the ultimate tool for that lifestyle. It's not about showing off at the country club or impressing the neighbors. It's about standing at the edge of a glacier in Iceland, watching the northern lights from the Sahara, waking up to sunrise over the Australian outback, or fishing for salmon in remote Alaskan rivers, all while having access to the comforts and conveniences of modern life. It's about living on your own terms, going where you want, when you want, and doing so without sacrifice or limitation.
The engineering team behind the Thunderbone clearly understood that true luxury isn't about gold-plated fixtures or crystal chandeliers. True luxury is capability. True luxury is self-sufficiency. True luxury is knowing that when you point your vehicle toward the horizon, nothing can stop you from reaching whatever lies beyond. That's what makes this motorhome so special. It's not trying to be the fanciest or the most opulent. It's trying to be the most capable, the most versatile, and the most ready for whatever adventures you can imagine. In that mission, Toyota has succeeded spectacularly. As we wrap up our deep dive into the Toyota 2026 Thunderbone, it's worth considering what this vehicle means for the future of recreational vehicles and adventure travel. This isn't just a one-off concept or a marketing exercise. This is a fully realized product that Toyota is actually building and selling to customers who share their vision of ultimate exploration capability. The fact that a major manufacturer is willing to commit resources to building something this specialized, this extreme, and this uncompromising suggests that there's a growing market of people who want more than what traditional motorhomes offer. People who are tired of being told where they can and cannot go, tired of compromising their travel dreams because their vehicle can't handle the terrain. The Thunderbone is Toyota's answer to those people, and it's an answer delivered with typical Toyota thoroughness and attention to detail. So here's the final thought as we close out this journey into one of the most incredible vehicles ever built. The Toyota 2026 Thunderbone 12x12 motorhome isn't for everyone, and it was never meant to be. But for those rare individuals who look at a map and see possibilities instead of limitations, who measure wealth not in bank accounts but in experiences and memories, who understand that the best things in life happen far away from crowds and cities and civilization, this machine represents the ultimate dream come true. It's a vehicle that says yes to every adventure, that turns the entire planet into accessible territory, and that does so while keeping you comfortable, safe, and completely self-sufficient. In a world full of compromise, the Thunderbone stands as a monument to what happens when brilliant engineers are given permission to build something truly exceptional. This is GearTales, and this has been the story of the craziest, most capable, and most ambitious motorhome ever to roll on 12 wheels. The only question that remains is this: where would you take it first?